Sparrowson's probably the best character in any video game. This is awesome. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Robitio de Robinio, is currently on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means he's a pretentious bird brain. But in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope. Doesn't look like he's in. You know what? We have a picture we need to see. We should. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarianism. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barging down the door. Wait, just like that. Shouldn't we discuss this first? What a great game. What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here. We ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of the door smashing in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that could help our case and get out. Alright, well, if we have limited... Oh, look at all these pictures. How do we know which one... Oh, there's so much to do. Oh, look at the chemicals. I see paints, inks, and dyes. Oops. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in that bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but I don't think we have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. Nice music. I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. It appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps. It looks more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Terrible. A lighthouse. No, wait. It's a man's top hat, actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways. It's a black smudge, Falcon. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me. How illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings. A little illegal. But we're trying to solve a murder case, so it's forgivable. So you're saying that a small act of evil is justifiable if it results in a greater good? Don't put words in my beak. It's a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. I didn't find them offensive. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Hey, Falcon, look. What? It's just an easel. No, look what's on the easel. This must be the copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Catiline, and I think that is Senor Putois. Catherine's father. What do we do? Do we just take this? We've come this far. We may as well borrow it. Is there anything else we need to do here? Alright, well, I think that wraps up this place. We better get out of here before the police come. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh, mon Dieu. What happened to my door? We'll tell the truth. Monsieur Rubino, it's like this. You see, we're attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it! We saw the whole thing! What are you doing, Sparrowson? I've got this. I'm not going to jail just because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy. Ah, damn ravens. They always after the shiny objects, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. The trial day is fast approaching. Approaching fast. Right, let's go. A new day. Okay. So these other places don't take a full day to go to, right? That's what it said with the clock. Let's go back to the chateau and see if we can... Stop messing around. We need to head to the courthouse. It was just... No. We're going to be... Oh, okay. So it won't let us. Alright. I was hoping to see that lounge with the picture. Alright. Actually, we should probably quickly look at it. No, we can't. That's all we get. Okay. Alright. Fine. Fine. Are you nervous, Falcon? That bad, huh? Monsieur Falcon, Petite Sparrowson, is there anything you need me to do? No, we got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling in the case. That's wonderful. I know you two will pull through. Let's move along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. All right, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon present. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Rabbington present. Rabbington present. Yes. Ready is... The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? Pfft, no. He's always scored the second worst marks in the class. Second, I can only assume that he bumbled his way through the final exams on the luck of 2 rabbit's feet. It was 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert was the second lowest in the class, who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Ah, here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Okay, let's see. So we got an ostrich, an otter, a sheep. Wow. Quite an eclectic group here. Hey, Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are assesseurs, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline de Meow. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay. I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valerty, to the witness stand. Inspector Valerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Verity. I am a servant to the law, scourge to the gutter rats that plague the city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue to bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the question, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. I was hoping we could have done one of those bumbling... I was hoping we could have had one of those bumbling, cuddly officers. Instead, we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn his own mother in if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator in this case? That is correct. I was among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. And perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival? Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were all alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid, Baron Rorgeir. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Catiline de Meow. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Granway with his blood on her paws. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No, more questions, Your Honor? Bloody paws. Nobody told me about that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. This is your opportunity to find a flaw in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin the cross-examination, Mr. Falcon. Oh, boy. Find flaws in the witness's testimony. Select a key phrase that we find suspicious. Avoid pointless detail. Okay, alright, yep. Alright. Let's see here. Well, I'm not a very good attorney IRL, so I'm not sure what we should do. Alright, well, we know that's true. I would like to ask about the corpse, Monsieur Granway. Go on. Could you describe the cut on Mr. Granway's corpse? Certainly. It was a single vertical slash. Oh, total wrong voice. Certainly, it was a single vertical slash. It was a fine, deep cut, the sort you would expect to see from a sharpened saber or a surgeon's knife. Or a cat's claw? Certainly. Uh-oh. Wait. You say a saber or knife could have inflicted the wound. Isn't this a line of investigation that's worth pursuing? Don't be daft, Falcon. Did you see or hear anything about a knife or sword at the crime scene? Let's lie. I did. There was a sword in the main hall. Wasn't there? I think the police would have noticed a thing like that now, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, shucks. Judge, I concur. Defense, please be more careful with your line of inquiries. They're stalling. What about Fern? Uh-oh. What was Monsieur Grenouille's cause of death? That was immediately obvious when I arrived on the scene. Monsieur Grenouille had a gaping slash from shoulder to thigh. Blood was everywhere. I spoke with the coroner, and he agreed the frog died from blood loss directly caused by the open wound. I see. I suppose there's no chance of arguing that it was an unrelated injury, huh? Do you have another question? Oh, dear. Never mind. I have no more questions about... Oh, so we don't... Oh, select this... Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. You say Dame Catiline had blood on her paws? Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. How much blood was there on the lady's paws, Inspector? Enough for it to be clear that she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. We noticed blood under the suspect's nails, around her fingertips, even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile. Oh dear. It's not looking very good for our client. Sometimes you have to take a risk. What are you saying? Something about the inspector's blood description doesn't sit right with me. Put pressure on the Well. Okay. Oops, wrong one. Alright, let's try that again. Correct. Blood. Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question! It was Monsieur Greenway's, of course. How can you be so sure? I object. The line of questioning is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood of Dame Cataline's paws could only belong to one person, Monsieur Greenway. Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by trying... I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect the blood belonged to someone else other than Monsieur Greenway? I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than... Ooh. Do we really have evidence? This is foolish time-wasting, Falcon. The blood on Dame Cataline's paws didn't come from the victim. Then where did the blood come from? The stake! On the evening of the murder, Dame Catiline ate bloody rare steak! Is this true, Monsieur Remington? In a matter of speaking, I suppose you may have been on the menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well... Wait, don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! Yeah, hey, that's good. So now we're back to square one. For being a messy eater? Now, hold on just a minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Catiline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and a perfect table. Ah, this is where the silverware is going to come into play. See? How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws in such a good manner? Oh, that's a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Catiline to eat with her paws. Dame Catiline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from Roguile residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Roguile approached us about this very subject last night. Ha! What a twist! This is great. This is a lot of fun. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force. Then it is amazing that the prison police managed to solve any crimes at all. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Oh, burn. Fine, so be it. It's yours until the next time.